wherever and whichever time you're watching this. My name is Grace Nyaboke, the host of the Business Hub, and like I promised, I am here to fulfill my promise. We are here doing our first episode of the Business Hub, and with me here today, I have one amazing girl. She is or Valary for official purposes, and she is here to tell us what exactly she does out there, because remember, it's all about business on this show. So she's here to tell us what exactly she does, how she does it, why she decided to do it, and so that we will be able to be motivated as young people to start something out there. So welcome to the show, and Val, welcome as well. So you can just start by telling us what exactly you do out there.
Thank you so much, Sister Grace, for hosting me in this show. The way she has said, I'm Valary Marire, a member of KUSDA, and I thank God for this far. I'm a business lady. I do general business, and it entails a lot. It entails taking or getting myself from one point to another. And the most importantly, we always, as Adventists, we work towards enhancing the health message. So we'll always try to do that business that itself glorify God. So that's what I do, and yeah, thank you.
So exactly what do you sell out there? You can tell the viewer.
Yes, I do honey, I do peanuts, I do simsim seeds, I do the natural sugar, among many others, yes.
Wow, you heard her very well. She does all the natural things out there: honey, natural sugar, and so many other things. So you can't miss to, call her for one or two. So Val, why did you decide to start on this? What drove you to doing it?
What drove me so much towards having or starting my business? Number one, when I was just back in my high school, I came to learn that it's very powerful when you have your own stand as a lady, or when you have your own income. This is because in many instances we become so dependent on our parents, we become so dependent on our friends, to a point that they can also get tired. You can ask yourself, can I do what they do? Or can somebody depend on me someday? So I got that interest because when you have your own money, when you have your own income, you have strength, you are powerful, you can do what you want, when you want, and how you want it, because you will not have to depend on somebody's pocket. So I was so much encouraged for that, and I decided to make a move that I've never regretted to date.
Okay, so for example, I can say that, starting a business is so tedious. It takes a lot of time, a lot of capital. It just takes too much. So how did you overcome all those barriers? Like the capital you needed, how you got where did you get the strength, and how did you overcome all those challenges?
Yeah, with a business, before even what I want my fellow viewers to know, or somebody who's interested in the business world to know, that number one, having that mind of business is one thing. Beginning it is another thing altogether. So before you begin a business, after you've had that mind, ask yourself, who is my target group? Just in case, before even landing on the capital, that who is my target group? And who am I going to sell to my products? And you have also to listen. What do the world need? Watuulizia nini? You have to ask yourself, what do people need? So when you begin a business, you try as much as possible to satisfy what people need. And with that, after you strive at satisfying their wants, then you can get a point of now asking myself that, what can I begin with? Because the way I said, I have several in my mind. What do I begin with? And after getting on what you begin in, first create that awareness. Create that awareness. Tell people that, yeah, you've been asking this for long, but I can provide for you this is what you need, and at a very high quality. People, we get some days back, people always look for quantity. But as I continued step by step, I came to realize that quality is much better than quantity. Why? You give people what they have longed for. You be like a solution to their problem. And number one, as you have an idea, what you must ensure that is this idea beneficial to you? The product that you are selling, can they benefit you? That when you get somebody who do not know about them, they may ask, what is it going to benefit me with? And you must have those answers at your fingertips, because you're very sure of your project, and you're very sure of your target group, and you are very sure of the solution you want to create in that society.
Wow, some really wise words there. So, Val, I'm getting two things from you. You need to have a solution to someone else's problem. You can't always be the one having the problem.
Sure.
So that therefore means that we can't always depend. We can't always be people who are being catered for. We also need at some point to cater for someone else. That is why you decided. One of the many reasons why you decided to do your project.
Sure.
So maybe just to ask, did it ever get to a point you felt like, no one is buying anything, no one is making a phone call? Did it ever get to a point where you felt like you wanted to stop, maybe?
As at now, I've never reached that point. But there is a time that I began another business, and I have so many friends, but I came to realize that friends are business and business are two different entities. Yeah, because when your friends are your customers, but you must also ensure you tell them or make them know the boundary that they should be getting into a friend. There is a business that I began and stopped it. It was a clothes business. Why did I stop it? A friend come and with that love that, oh, just please assist me. I'm paying you by the end of the month. Then they can do a small deposit, or you just decide that she has been a long time friend. Let me just make a move. Then after that, things turn. The cloth is wearing out, the product is already used, she has not paid you, then you have to reach a point that it can really cause very many mistrust or distrust. Yes,
Actually gives a loss.
yeah,
at some point.
yeah, you don't have strength to go and look for other products. Why? One person is working so hard that you fall. So I came to realize that I must separate my friendship and business as two different entities. Let your friends be your customers, but they must have a boundary. Then some of the things that has always kept me in a pace that I don't give up is putting God first. Why am I saying putting God first? That you have an idea, and you tell God, I want to have my own stand. I want to have my own. I want to be my own boss. I want to be self-dependent. Then what do? Tell God, this is what I want to do. You are the source of the customers, and you are the source of silver and gold belongs to you. Give my customers something.
Even the product.
Even the product, yes. And that's why I said in the beginning that all things that we do, we should always strive at giving God his time. Giving God his time, giving God his share, and many things that my fellow business people tend to forget, that God has enabled you to go that far. And I always ask myself, do you give your tithes and offerings? Yeah? Do you give a pause and ask yourself that it's God that brought me this far? Then if God brought you that far, what are you doing? Are you giving God a share? I learned to give God a share, and I've never lacked. Yes, that's what I can say. It's a testimony that God has always given unto me, that I've never lacked, because I trusted in him. I gave him his share diligently. Yeah.
So I want us to be a bit practical on the friendship and business part. So, to be honest, I've ever been in business one time, and it was a bit hard. A friend comes, nilikuwa nauza mayai. So he comes and tells me, Grace, please, just for today, and then I will pay tomorrow when I come to buy again. So, like, exactly how do you do it? Like, Do they come? Then, like, how exactly do you do it? How is the conversation between your friend and you when in business now? When the one exactly who wants to, to take credit.
Yeah, so thank you so much. I came to realize that number one, what you must realize that you don't throw your friends away, because they are good marketers for you, because they will hear somebody outside there, somebody needing your product, and whom will they contact first? It's you. And that depends on how you deal with them. And so I learned to deal with my friends with love. Yes, I just made a step and told them that mtu anakuja that just give me a credit, nikaambia with business and credit, or with business and friendship, it brings a problem. But try to know those types of friends, that they keep their promise. If they say I'll bring at 3, then they will come at that 3. But we have this, that after taking the products, they don't come again. You will not see them. They don't pick your calls. So I came to tell them that when they make a call, I need this and this, costing 300 shillings. What do I tell you? That, oh, it's good, mama, please, but come with that 300. Then I said, no, I don't have right now. Nikambia, is it that urgent? When are you bringing it? Then they make a personal. Yeah, I came to realize that it's not my duty to tell them when to bring. Let them say for themselves. The moment you set for them a date, probably they were not having, or in some way or the other they had a hiccup somewhere. What do? Allow them set the date. And a good friend outside there will not disappoint you. So I came to create a rapport with my friends, and they came to know that we have a friendship, but business is business. Yes.
Yeah, so you are like, you just don't throw away your friends because
Sure.
you're starting a business. They are your marketers and definitely your first customers. So I think we'll just take a very short break for like 2 minutes. We get our fact of the day and then we'll be right back. Welcome back after that quick fact out there. So now, Val, I want us to check up out on how you do your balancing, how you like separate your money, the one that you will use personally after you've done your balancing and all. Yeah, so like the one that you take back into the business and the one that you will keep for your own personal use, like paying your rent and all. So like, how do you categorize your money, so to speak?
Okay, thank you so much. There is this say, or this analogy that has always made my step in this, because number one, I came to realize that it doesn't matter how much somebody's earn that will determine their success after all. Management of capital is very, very crucial in a business. Not even a business, in our personal life. We get situation where somebody is earning 80,000 per month, somebody is earning 10,000 per month. But if you see the step or the investment that this person just earning very little has made, we'll come to see the difference on what management can do. Yeah, we get somebody earning a lot of money, but at the end of the month, they are still borrowing, they are going through a lot of debts, everything is credit. But we have this person. Managing is very important. Oh, how do I manage? Number one, I came to realize that I also, in some points, there may be a group that they want me to be their treasurer. I have my business, I have my personal life. How do I manage them? I came to realize that saving is something that is very important.
Okay.
Number one, you must have somewhere you note down. You have to note down that I use this kind of capital, yes, and this is the kind of profit that I'm likely to make. And with that profit, you know that at the end of this product, I should be achieving this and this. That's why I said you can't just do a business aimlessly. With that, you will go through a lot of debts. I came to balance my business. I set aside my capital. So in whatever thing that come across, I'm very sure my capital is intact. Then after all, even if other, the way I said friends can disappoint you, those having debts can disappoint you, ensure your capital is not touched. In addition with their disappointments and all those challenges placed together, your capital must remain intact. Why? It will give you an opportunity to go out and get something else. And with that, with my business, I know after this product, this is what I expect. And in this amount I expect, I'm to save this. Why is saving important? Why is savings important? It's it's something that we can even discuss for another show another time. But for now on, just I can just give a summary that saving helps you to make a step. It helps you make a step in that how do you expand your business, because you made some proper saving. So in every income that you realize, you must save. And saving has something that is very unique. What do? Save before expenditure. Yeah. Many a times we make a mistake that we use
and then
we save the little that remain, but the analogy is always very different. Why? Save before you use. After you've saved and your capital is intact, then you can still save after using. But remember, at the beginning you had saved something. Balancing, now with my academics, the other part of balancing, I came to realize that when you are committed towards something, then you will not see it as a burden. Why? Every human being has 24 hours in a day. How you use the 24 hours will depend on your success or your failure. And I always do my best with my business, however involving it may be. I have to balance my time. A serious business person, you cannot sleep up to we have some people that enjoy sleeping so much. And I do not snatch myself sleep and comfort because of my business. I time myself. I know from this time to this time it's my academic. And from this time and this time I have to serve my customers. And from this time to this time it's God's work. And so, yeah. And also I have my personal time. So what I always do, I always try to program myself. When I sleep knowing that tomorrow I have a meeting at this point in the church, and tomorrow I have my classes beginning from this time and this time. Then with that, I get time for my business. I know from this time I will be free. So this has always helped me a lot. I've never felt the burden. I'm like any other person that is not doing a business, but I'm better than them in that at long run, we attend with you the same meeting, we attend with you the same classes, and at times I perform better than you. But what happens? I have something extra that you do not have. So time management is very crucial for you to run a successful business. Yeah.
Yeah, so we really need to if you need more of her advice, you can always look for her at KUSDA Church. So you said time management.
Yes.
You need to save before you use.
Yes.
And most importantly, I will add, you need to give first God what is his, and then now you save. Or I'm so sure if I did put around 20 shillings as my capital, then I get a profit of 50 shillings. 5 shillings belongs to God. 20 shillings will go back to the business, or even 40 for the first round, so that I can increase the stock. Yeah. 40, 20, and 20. And
something crucial about the tithe is that God's tithe, I don't count it as part of my money. That's what I do. Because the moment you begin seeing it there, you are tempted that I'll give God another time. I always take it that it's not my money, it's God's. So if I'm to settle my debts, let me use for that if I am to settle my debts in this case, I know that the first person I'm to give money is God. And that one is not mine. So when I began saving, budgeting, and looking at my profit and seeing what to bring next in stock, God's money nilishampea. That one was a clear instinct that I always give God his share first. Then from there you can begin from that point. So that one, hiyo si pesa yako. It's
Hiyo tu
God's.
uweke hapo.
You weke hapo kwa plan yao. It's not your money. The first time you get your 5,000, I know very well, I don't even start budgeting at 5,000. I have 4,500.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how I always do it, yeah.
Wow, I am actually speechless on that. I never knew that, you know, wow, that was so amazing.
Thank you.
So amazing. So your parting shot as we wrap up the show.
Oh,
What can you tell someone out there? Maybe just one beautiful thing that you think you can say, and then someone out there will be motivated to, be
yes.
like you.
I have something I want to tell you people, and specifically let me just narrow it down to the lady side of it. Of it. It's always known that ladies, we are dependent, that ladies will always ask for. But let me challenge you. Ladies, we can also be asked.
Amen.
Yes, somebody can also borrow money from us.
Sure.
Why? You are powerful when you have your own money. In this world for today, you are powerful when you can stand for yourself. When people are men are coming up, you can also stand. Why? You have your own money that you worked for. But the moment we continue assuring people that we are dependent, then we lose our value. I became so valuable when I can stand, when I can have my own saving, when you can give very easy time to your parents back at home. Why? They know you are not just a liability to them. You are an asset. They can depend on you. So ladies, we can be an asset. And outside there, you can be an asset. Why? Find something that you can do. Do it with passion. Do it with your might. And remember, God first in everything. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think even the men can apply that. So we can always be assets. We don't necessarily have to be liabilities. Now that was it. That was all for today, being the first show. And I thank you so much, Val, for making time for us. I'll be seeing you next week, and I hope this was a very fruitful conversation to you, my viewer. Thank you so much, and continue watching. Continue being on the watch out, on the lookout for more of such episodes, because we need to make a living out there, just like Val and many other people. And I'll be having an amazing episode next week. Don't fail to watch it. Thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you next week.